Hey there, folks. I want to give you all a huge thanks for getting this channel to 100 subs. I never expected to get anywhere near this many, and yet here I am, at over 300. It's incredible, and I hope I can keep making content for all of you. Anyways, just to liven up my videos a bit. Ha ha ha! I exist now! Just like my username says. Oh yeah, I guess I have to do something for the special besides just existing? Well, as the title says, I'm gonna make 100 Avalugg sets. The first video I ever made was on Avalugg, so it seems fitting to do the 100 sub special on Avalugg. And hopefully these sets are distinct enough to be considered different. I tried really hard to give them all different uses, but 100 sets for one Pokemon is a lot, so there will probably be some overlap between the sets. Also a disclaimer, most of these sets are bad, if not completely terrible and useless. Oh well. Anyways, here's the sets. Set number 1, use Curse to boost the power of Gyro Ball, Avalanche, and Body Press. Set number 2, use Iron Defense plus Rock Polish to sweep with Body Press. Crunches for coverage against Ghost types. Set number 3, use Choice Band to boost the power of Crunch, Earthquake, and Avalanche. Facade is there in case you get burned. Set number 4, use Rest and Sleep Talk to call Rock Polish to boost your speed, and then try to phase with Roar using Sleep Talk. Set number 5, use Snowscape, Aurora Veil, and Apricot Berry to try to increase your special events as much as possible. Use Mirror Coat in case a special attacker tries to attack you before you've set up. Set number 6, you can use this with Mirror Coat to try to bait in a special attack, KO the special attacker, eat Custap Berry, and then use one of these 3 moves. Set number 7, use Protect plus the passive recovery of Ice Spot and Leftovers to try to regain as much health as possible, while you phase out as many of your opponent's Pokemon as possible. Set number 8, try to switch this into physical attacks, at which point you can use any of these moves to punish your opponent's actions. Set number 9, try to use this to switch into Ghost types that are trying to spin block you, at which point you can fire off a Black Glasses boosted Crunch. Set number 10, block a physical attacker in, at which point you can try to Toxic them to lower their health as much as possible. Roar is there in case you predict your opponent will switch into a special attacker. Set number 11, this will use Flame Orb plus Facade to try to deal as much damage as possible. Set number 12, this will use Rest and Sleep Talk and then call Body Press and Recover as much as possible. Because there's only so much you can do with Avalugg, we're bringing Hisuian Avalugg into the mix. This one intends to use very inaccurate moves to then activate Blunder Policy to double its fantastic base 38 speed. Set number 14 intends to be hit by a super effective attack, use Rock Polish, survive a hit with Sturdy, and then sweep with Earthquake and Crunch. Recover is in case an opponent switches into a physical attacker, at which point you can heal and maybe have added longevity. Set number 15 intends to be hit by a super effective attack, at which point it can use its fantastic special attack stat of 34 to fire off incredibly powerful Ice Beams, Surfs, and Flash Cannons. Set number 16 intends to Toxic Solve the opponent again, with Substitute and Toxic this time, though it is somewhat worse at this job as it has a much worse typing. Set number 17 intends to set up Stealth Rocks, at which point it will likely be activated with Sturdy, so it can Rapid Spin, or you can start off with Mirror Coat to KO a special attacker and then Stealth Rock instead. Set number 18 intends to use Loaded Dice to try to deal as much damage with Rock Blast and Icicle Spear as possible. Body Press is still on the set because even max invested attack is still lower than its defense stat. This set intends to use Iron Ball to boost the power of Gyro Ball as well as Curse. This set intends to set up Weather and then use Superpower plus Eject Pack to switch out. This set is another Toxic Cell set. It intends to use Toxic and then block. If it's against a physical attacker, it can use Iron Defense and Recover to be nearly unbreakable. This set intends to mainly just sit on the opponent and set up Curse, while it then uses Crunch to take them out. And then set EVs, but probably max attack and max HP. This set intends to use a Normalium Z boosted Giga Impact to try to defeat the opponent quickly. This set is quite similar, except for it intends to use a Normalium Z boosted Hyper Beam. This is to break maybe like a physical wall that tried to switch into your Avalugg, at which point you could blast them with Avalugg's fantastic base 44 special attack. This set is for those of you who like to take chances, and intends to use Rock Polish to then try to flinch the opponent as many times as possible. Clip Claws there to maybe get off a lucky flinch. This set is for those of you who like to be even more lucky. Body Slam has a small chance to paralyze, which can completely incapacitate an opponent. This set intends to use Apricot Berry to bolster special defense, along with Sandstorm to do that as well. Confide can lower the opponent's special attack. Set number 28 intends to use Choice Band to boost Avalugg's powerful attacks. Set number 29 intends to use Hisuian Avalugg's fantastic 38 speed to attack with these fantastic attacks many of us will simply miss. Set number 30 intends to use an ICMZ boosted Avalanche to shred through the opponent. This set intends to use Avalugg's high defense to take advantage of Swagger to survive boosted attacks with Wide Lens to increase the chance that Swagger hits. This set intends to use Sharpen to boost the power of Avalanche and Earthquake. I guess you could use Curse, but Sharpen is cool. Set 33 intends to use Hail to chip away the opponent with Protect and Aurora Veil to be better at that role. Set 34 is similar except for now it has Toxic. Set 35 is an Assault Vest Avalugg so that it can function as a mixed attacker with Ice Ball to slowly rack up and increase damage. Set number 36 intends to either take a special hit and kill the special attacker, or use Iron Defense to become invincible to physical attacks. Set number 37 uses Wide Lens to increase the accuracy of Stone Edge and Mountain Gale. Set number 38 intends to speed control the opponents with Rock Polish, Icy Wind, and Bulldoze. Set number 39 intends to use Dig and Protect along with Ice Butting Leftovers to increase passive recovery as much as possible. Set number 40 intends to miss a move with Mountain Gale or Rock Slide, activate Blunder Policy, and then attack with a doubled power Stomping Tantrum. Set number 41 intends to use a boosted Ice Finger Crunch with Strong Jaw, live a hit with Focus Sash, and then maybe do it another turn, or be able to get a move off. Set number 42 intends to use Rain Dance, so I have a hit because of Sturdy, and then Double Edge to Feint. Set 43 is here to lure in Ghost types, trying to spin block Avalugg, at which point it fires off a Darkinium Z boosted Crunch. Set 44 is mainly intended to switch into Rapid Spinners, to then set up Stealth Rock in return. Set 45 is here for Cheese. It survives a hit with Sturdy, at which point it can either Swagger the opponent to maybe get some confusions off, try to flinch it after using Rock Polish, or use Body Slam to paralyze the opponent. Focus Band is there to maybe survive a hit or two through luck. 46 intends to boost the crit chance, at which point it can fire off a very powerful attack. 47 will try to miss an attack, and then set up Stealth Rocks if it's likely that it will die. 48 intends to miss an attack, at which point it also has Recover to maybe survive an extra hit and activate Stomping Tantrum another turn. 5 out of 4 times, Avalugg will be better than Bergmite. And yes, that's how math works. But I thought, might as well make some Bergmite sets. So, this one intends to set up Snowscape and Aurora Veil to try to decrease damage dealt to it, as it has slightly higher special defense than Avalugg. Avalanche is there for damage. Set number 50 intends to take a special hit, at which point it can recover, or Iron Defense, mainly there for utility, if it can manage to take out a special attacker. Set number 51 is mainly there for damage with Double Edge, Rapid Spin is 2 mana Charizards, and Rain Dance is to set up Rain. Set number 52 is there with Chilling Water to decrease the opponent's attack, and Iron Defense to bolster its own defense. Set number 53 has Snowscape to increase defense, and Confide to lower the opponent's special attack, mainly serving as a mixed wall. Set number 54 is mainly there for Toxic Stalling, once again. This set will use Substitute and Curse to try to sweep the opponent. This set will bolster its special defense with Assault Vest, though it still has Mirror Coat in case it will likely be KO'd by a special attack, because 46 special defense, even when fully invested, isn't good. This set will try to block the opponent, then use Iron Defense and Body Press to try to take out the opponent. This will use Rock Polish to increase its speed, at which point it can try to sweep with Earthquake, Crunch, and Ice Spinner. This will use Rest and then try to sweep with Rock Polish and Snore. This will use Rest and Sleep Talk to then call Snowscape and Aurora Veil, functioning as a pseudo Ninetales. Whatever weather your opponent wants, don't let them have it. This Avalugg will use multiple weather moves to control the weather and make it so your opponent doesn't ever get the weather they want. This Avalugg will switch into ground type attacks and then punish the opponent for clicking Earthquake. This Avalugg, I have no idea what it does. Everything about this seems counterintuitive. I probably made this at 3 a.m. in the morning, but here it is, number 63. Number 64 is all about those of you who like luck. Quick Claw is there to then boost these moves, all of which will flinch. Hooray! 65 is like that, but a little bit less risky because Body Slam can maybe paralyze and then allow you to fire off these attacks again without needing Quick Claw. Number 66 is all about coverage, about having a bunch of different moves that could maybe be super effective and then be boosted by Expert Belt. Do you know how hard it is to create 100 sets for Avalugg? You probably don't. No one else is stupid enough to do this, but here at set number 67, I've realized this was a really dumb idea. I'm running out of ideas. It's 3 a.m. in the morning, and I don't know what else to do. Oh, great. What else can Avalugg do? I don't know anymore. For when you really don't want your Avalugg to die, Focus Sash plus Protect plus Endure plus Recover. It won't die. It won't ever die. This set, for when your Avalugg keeps getting taken out by special attacks, it even has special attacks. It can function as a special attacker despite not having any special attacks.
and Life Orb to boost those special attacks that it doesn't have. It's perfect. This is all about defense. Avalugg, it just needs more defense. That's the thing that's wrong with it. Snowscape boosts defense, Hard boost defense, Berry boost defense, Iron defense boost defense, and when you're low on health, Ganon Berry will boost defense. This Avalugg is all about the weather. You gotta constantly have it hailing, gotta have it snowing, and then you gotta have Aurora Veil up. You gotta have Ice Rock to have the weather. You gotta have it, otherwise Avalugg just isn't. It's not good. This Avalugg, you gotta be firing off the most powerful attacks. I just clicked on the most powerful attacks. These are the most powerful attacks. This has to make Avalugg good, right? Right? This one, it's all about controlling the flow of the game. You choose one of your opponent's switches. One of these has to make Avalugg good. Avalugg, there has to be something that Avalugg can do, right? Right? How about Mixed Attacker Avalugg? We tried solely Special Attacker Avalugg, but what if it did more than that? Here's what we have this set for. This set, don't you just hate when Superpower lowers your attack? Now it has Mist, so that won't happen. It's so useful. This is the first time that Mist has ever been viable. This set, just fire off strong attacks. This has to make Avalugg good. That's what makes so many other Pokemon good. This set, Chilling Water, decrease the opponent's attack. That means that you can maybe survive another hit. That's just what Avalugg needs, right? This one, it's all about spamming Ice, but you gotta use that move over and over and over and over and over again. You gotta use Metronome to boost it. It just needs more power. This should make it OU at least, right? Right? This one, will use Superpower to then switch out. You can switch to something good. Maybe another Avalugg? I don't know. I don't know any good Pokemon besides Avalugg, and I don't even think that's a good Pokemon. This Avalugg set will use Rain Dance, and then that will power Hydro Pump. Even with this bad of a special attack, this has to be good, right? Right? And this one, Body Press is like a good move. Like, this is a big number. This will be powerful, right? Yeah. And this one, it's like practically the same thing, except for when your opponent hits you with a special attack, they'll be forced to be switched out. That counts for something. This Avalugg set, you gotta substitute down until you boost your defense. It's a bigger number. That means it's better. This one, if your opponent's with a physical attack, you can survive it. And then Rocky Helmet will deal damage to the opponent. Fantastic set. This one will raise your speed. It's all about raising your speed. You've got Rock Polish to do that, and then you can survive a hit with Sturdy. Then you can try to sweep the opponent. This is what makes like Dragonite good, right? Like really fast, powerful attacks. So obviously it will make Avalugg good, right? Everyone's talking about like how good Boom Burst is. Round is practically Boom Burst, right? You have Throat Spray to boost the damage, and you can use Snore, which is also a move that activates Throat Spray. You've got this set, which you gotta boost your Ice-type moves. That's why we run 2 of them on this set. That's gotta be good. Snowscape powers up Ice-type moves, right? This set will try to bait in fighting types because Avalugg Hisui is 4 times weak to fighting, at which point you will attack them with a base 60 power move in Psychanium Z. That could deal a lot of damage. This set will use Titanium Z plus Body Press. We talked about a set like this before, and that set was going to be the one to make Avalugg viable, right? This one's all about having a very high special defense, because in the sand, this one will have even higher special defense, as well as Assault Vest boosting that farther. That means that it actually has 2 good stats. That's good. That's its weakness, and it's patched. This should be fantastic, right? Avalugg is good, right? This one is also about boosting special defense. You've got Sandstorm to do that, and you can Confide to lower the opponent's special attack, because that's Avalugg's big weakness. If we fix that, it's good.
Blip by my own name. This is not how you should play the game. Some Pokemon will have 4 or maybe 5 sets, but 100, and on Avalugg, the most forgotten of bonds. It is simply an Ice Cube, and there's like 4 other Ice Cube Pokemon that are all better than it. A Pokemon like this runs 5 moves that you mix and match on your gimmicky little team. Not these abominations of sets. Simply accept it. Avalugg is bad, you can't do anything with it. No set will fix how bad it is. It's simply how it is.
I mean, you're right. None of these sets really will make Avalugg good, will they? What's even the point? What was I even talking about? It started with like an Av, maybe like an Ice Cube. Maybe I need some water. Let me go get some water real quick. I seem to have forgotten.
Huh. What format could I play? There's so many different ones. Oh, hey. What's this? This Pokemon. I remember it. It's Avalugg. How did I forget about you? You were on my first ever Mono Ice team. My first team that was ever like actually decent. Avalugg, I remember you. And I have a few more sets to make. I'm almost there. I'm almost to 100. I may have forgotten about you for the time being, but I remember you now. And I can do this. I'm almost there. I'm almost to 100 sets. I can do this. Set number 97. This set intends to use Roar, as well as Citrus Berry, to function as a Pokemon that can both deal with special attackers and be able to heal off when it's hit by a special move, to then be able to take physical attacks later in the game. This Avalugg intends to use Ganon Berry plus Skull Bash to increase its defenses, and then use those increased defenses plus Body Press to deal damage. This Avalugg intends to use Snowscape plus Aurora Veil to increase its stats, and then use Body Press with the Snowscape boosted defense. Well, here it is, the 100th Avalugg. As you see, I've done 2 more. That's because I was doing it in terms of 6, but here it is. Nothing special, just another Avalugg. Uses Rapid Spin plus Ice Spin to both control the terrain and the hazard conditions, as well as Snowscape to control the weather, and Roar to help manage that better. Quick Claw just in case in the brink of the moment you need this Avalugg. Set 101. This is a very risky Avalugg as well, but it can use Frost Breath to always get a crit if it needs to, and Super Power plus Stone Edge to increase crits as well. Set 102, Choice Spec Avalugg. This Avalugg will use Choice Specs to boost the power of its special moves, and as well as Terra Electric to have another coverage option. Maximum special attack for this set is recommended, because base 44 special attack is kind of garbage. I thought I'd do 2 more Avalugg sets just for good measure. These are 2 of my favorites. This one, for example, was one I did for my first gimmick short video, where the idea is that your opponent attacks you with a special attack, at which point use Mirror Coat to KO the special attacker, eat Custat Berry, and then set up Stealth Rocks. Honestly, a fun set. I would like it when Hisuian Avalugg comes out to eventually use this set. But now to this one. This was the first Avalugg set I used. It was for my Mono Ice team. It has Iron Defense to stop physical attackers, and then Body Press to punish whatever your opponent switches into to try to deal with Avalugg. Roar can also kind of keep your opponent on the off foot by when they send in a special attacker, just switching it out for something else. Recover is for added longevity. Well, I'm glad to see I've come this far, and I am really surprised that I was able to make this many Avalugg sets.
And that kind of got me thinking, we're all like Avalugg. Most people you see will simply forget about you, but somewhere out there are people who care about you. You're important to someone. If you think you don't matter, don't belong, just remember, you maybe haven't found the right place yet. Look at Avalugg, where it fits snugly into Mono Ice, or another Pokemon, Lovedisk, a throwaway Pokemon that dominates the tier of Do Not Use. Just like Avalugg, we can do so much more than it seems. Going into this video, I thought 100 Avalugg sets would be impossible. Well, here we are. Avalugg, that looks like a one-trick pony, happens to have at least the ability to do 100 different things. It may not be perfect at them, and most of these things might be terrible, but that's still 100 things it can do. Part of the fun of competitive Pokemon is the creativity. Heck, that's the fun of life. After all, no meta was ever developed by using meta choices. Sometimes you gotta be creative and have fun. I want to give you a big thanks for watching this video. This video was really hard to make, for one, because of all the Avalugg sets and because of all the recording. So if you made it this far, I applaud you. Definitely not my best editing work, not my best speaking, but it's a video that exists, just like I do. I hope I can make some more videos in the future, and mainly I wanted to get this video out before I reached like 500 subscribers, so that's part of the reason it's unpolished, but I still hope you enjoyed it. Anyways, if you could like and subscribe, and if you have any suggestions, put them down in the comments. I thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.